welcome back to the channel. Now it's been a while since I posted the last video, and the reason for that, amongst other things, is this. Most of the mobile stuff that I do, the vlogging stuff, is done with Drift Ghost X, which is sort of the budget end of the Drift Ghost range. It's 1080p, it's not 4K. But it's nice and compact, and it's got quite a long battery life compared with GoPro. But what's happened with this one, and it's out of warranty typically, is a couple of the videos that I've done, when I played them back on the computer, the sound had gone completely. It was starting to fail in earlier ones, you may have noticed, but it went completely. And I've since found out that it's an issue with the mini USB socket, because even when I plugged this charging lead in, I had to really push that plug home to get it to sit in the socket to charge this up. So any notion of having a microphone lead in there flapping about in the wind and expecting that to maintain its integrity, waste of time. So what I've decided to do is I'll just keep this really as a sort of standard bike cam really, and probably have it on loop just to record any unfortunate occurrences that there might be on the road, so to speak. But anyway, so that's consigned to a secondary function now. Is that Drift Ghost X? Bit of a disappointment, it's only a couple of years old, but there you go. So what I've done is I've invested in probably one of the last brand new GoPro Hero 4 cameras, new old stock that I was able to get off of eBay. You look around, people sort of say that's the best vlogging camera there is. The only problem with the GoPros really is they're a bit big and bulky, they're a bit awkward to mount to a helmet. There's no real perfect solution to that. And also the battery life is considerably less than it is on the drifts. But anyway, that aside, that's why there haven't been any videos for a little bit. So apologies for that, but I have got the new kit now, and some of the on-road stuff will come back. But meantime, what I've got for you today is two things. First thing is, what's to think at new t-shirt, Anton? It's Rick Gradley. But that's not what it's about. I got to thinking the other day that I wanted to make the Crosstourer a little bit more adventure-y, a little bit more sort of off-road pretensy, if you like. Not that any of that is proper English, but anyway, you know what I mean. Look a little bit more purposeful, a little bit more rugged, and increase the carrying capacity. Now, one of the thoughts that I had was to get a full set of the Givi hard luggage. That's two 48-litre panniers, the two mounting frames, and the top box, the big 58-litre top box, which you can actually see here. I looked at that, and best part of 1,500 quid by the time you've done. And the other issue is when you mount the two 48-litre panniers, there is an alternative, a 48 and a 37, but it makes the bike look asymmetrical. When you mount the big 48-litre panniers on the back, the Givi ones, with the mounting frame, because the frame's offset from the bike, you end up with an arse end a bit like a London bus. So not particularly conducive to the lines of the bike, and a good bit wider than the handlebar width. So when it comes to filtering, you really would have to bear that in mind. So combination of that cost and the fact that it will probably radically alter the looks of the bike, sort of pushing in a different direction. I wondered if there was a sort of budget way of going about increasing carrying capacity. And you may be able to see one or two of the things that I've done now, but I'll just tell you basically what I've done, and then I'll run the video showing you how I fitted them. And this time you'll be pleased to know there's none of my inane commentary on the video, okay, but there will be some textual comments to point you in the right direction throughout it. So maybe put a little bit of nice ambient music in the background, you never know. So I'll be cracking on with that later, but you'll see it almost immediately after this. But what have I got? Right, well, basically what I fitted was these Givi, they're actually top box racks, but they bolt perfectly to the existing Crosstourer Highlander panniers. So a couple of these, and that enables you to cargo, net or bungee just about anything you want to the side, provided of course if you don't want it getting wet you're going to have to put it in a bin liner or some other waterproof sort of bag. So I've got these. I did invest in the big silver 58 litre Givi top, and the as you'll see during the fitting video, the mounting plate that I've got for it is the bike specific Givi mounting plate for the Crosstourer. You can get a universal one, but it's plastic and it's not quite as, doesn't look quite as good, and it's not quite as robust. These are a little bit more money, but well worth the investment in my opinion. So at the top box and the mounting plate, we've got the additional racks on the side of the existing panniers. I've also at the front end, I've put two universal crash bar bags attached to the bike. I think they're 5 litres a piece. They're from Givi as well. A bit like a Givi advert this, isn't it? I'm not getting a penny from them, trust me, not 1 cent. So I've got the front engine bar bags, and I've also fitted the R&G engine covered guards, which are these. Pretty straightforward to fit. I've got the bash plate on, so I did have to remove one of the mounting arms for the bash plate to get this on and then bolt it all back together again, but quite straightforward job actually. Looks nice, lots of added protection to the engine, and I've also fitted the R&G crash bobbins as well. So a bit of an R&G advert going on here, and I'm not getting a cent from them either, promise you. So that's what the next few clips that you'll see are about. Hope you enjoy them, hope they're informative. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up please. If you don't like what you see, please give me a thumbs down, but please do me the courtesy of telling me what it is you don't like. So it's a learning process going ahead, isn't it? Thanks to everybody that's subscribed recently. Massive appreciation from me for that. The more people that subscribe, obviously the more point and purpose there is to going on with these, so thanks ever so much. So hope you enjoy it, and ride safe. See you soon. just forgot to mention, few folk will have been out and about wanting to know what this is. Well, actually, what it is, it's a toolbox. It's made by a company called Marselus. About 37 quid. Obviously, I'll put a link in the description. But I don't use it as a toolbox. I mean, the Honda Crosstourer comes with its own little tool pack under the saddle. But this I thought would be very handy when you rock up and you just want a pot of steam or whatever, or a bite to eat when you're out and about, rather than having to unlock all the panniers or etc. This is the flask that I take, my flask of chosen beverage, tea or coffee, and that fits in there like a glove, which leaves this available space here. Now, I haven't got one, so you'll have to take my word for it, but that is a perfect fit for a nice pork pie. And my particular favourite, a lovely pork pie from Lund's Butchers in Keighley, who are absolutely ace. And if you're ever in this neck of the woods, in and around Keighley, go to Lund's Butchers, just on the Oakworth Road there. Fabulous fare. And the pies are excellent, award-winning pies and bangers and all the rest of it. But a Lund's pork pie fits perfectly in there. In fact, would you believe that because of this recess here in this cap, that the base of the pie sits in there and the crust of the pie perfectly fits this recess here before you hit the thread of the screw top. It's as if it was engineered specifically for a pork pie. So I highly recommend that. If you can get a flask to fit, I might even put a link to the flask on, and I might even put a link to Lund's pork pies on. But flask, pie, pie, flask. Repurposed toolbox, most excellent.